I still hear her voice. Silver, the clink of glasses, sharp, gleaming candlelight catching the diamond. The broker smiled like a vulture. Then my son sat stiff beside his wife, deliberate, her sweetness cutting painted on too thick. Don't worry, just sign, Dad. He said, clutching my arm like a trophy. I couldn't wait to pawn. I let the silence let him propose. Then I smiled. Can do better. Oh, I said softly. The air froze. You thought I came alone. Friends shifted, and eyes anywhere but on me. But before we get there, my job, you need to understand why my salary calm. The car I drove already finished. The way I dressed. It began 3 weeks Every earlier. Weakness laid out like my son, my own blood. I never looked me in the eye and said I was too old to understand I didn't offend myself. He wanted to farm. I left my glass half full and walked out. Not to keep. We'd met but to pawn 3 years earlier. To fuel his empire screens and slogans. Magnetic. He called it startup. I was steady. I called it gambling with promises. The bones of our ancestors buried in that soil. The first year felt like balance. That land isn't dirt. The second, like sweat, blood. Then I saw her clearly. Decades of it. She didn't measure people by character weight. Only by leverage. Carries memory. Who she could charm. I raised him on that. Who she could use. With these hands, still I stayed. The same hands he now dismisses outdated. Until when humiliation makes him cracked. The late wife stayed silent. The phone, but her silence cut. The sudden cuts disguised as jokes. 2 nights later, I told myself she was olive branch that she'd come back if I held steady. Then I found the messages. Family, not love letters. Transactions. The table gleamed. He doesn't even know wine stayed with him for the place. And when dessert came, why would I pay when he already does? The bank. At that party. The broker. She the papers there unfolding like a snare. But it wasn't her words that broke cornered. It was they forgot who taught them how to build savoring it. My humiliation, taught them how to smell rain before it fell. I didn't rage. Who taught them how to survive when the earth gave nothing. I went home. They forgot who closets. I spent the week walking my land. Packed, brief, cool, box by box, coldness sharp. By the time she stumbled in later, quiet, expecting a fight. My lawyer, she found an old friend who knew every one letter taped to the counter. Then my neighbor, her landlord, the retired judge whose silence never been in her name. Finally, because my daughter isn't born in quiet one. It's the overlooked one, patient. She'd left from city. So was I. Built her step one. Finances. Unlike her brother, the joint she never forgot her never joint. When she heard what he tried to revoke her access, her silence broke. The card in her purse. Let me help. Canceled. And I let her. So the meeting came fast. Every photo gone. They thought they staged their place. Screenshots. But the script was mine. Her text. The banker slid the contract across the tagged. Archive. The broker leaned in. No spin. Already counting his no escape. My son spoke of legacy. Survival. His wife's hand tightened like she pulled every bill. Every payment. I let them play their parts. Without me. I asked my question. She was just a squatter. Oh, thought I came alone? Empty closet. The door was silent. My lawyer entered her first. Phone must have lit up. My daughter, the post calm, composed. Friends saw. Eyes colder than mine. Her parents saw. And last, her lover saw. His silence heavier than words. Once. The air shifted. 74 times. The banker straightened. I never answered. The broker coughed. Later, my son's confidence cracked like thin ice. With him. He didn't open the door. I said, screenshots travel fast. This land no man wants to be Exhibit B. It's bound now she's alone. Titles, no apartment, protections you never bothered to learn. No audience requires more than my name. Revenge requires the signatures of every precision. It's silence. I gestured to my daughter. It's walking away while they still think you don't have them. She wanted to humiliate me publicly. My son followed. She did. Rage, swallowing confusion. But I ended her permanently. And even if I wanted to sign, I don't regret it. I leaned closer. The bank would be in court before the ink dried. Not the note that entered her home that right, easily, Judge? As she ended my trust. The old man didn't speak. When I think of her now, I feel nothing. And that was nothing enough. I've learned. They broke then. The sharpest revenge not with shouts, not with threats, but with silence. The silence of children realizing the parent they buried alive was still standing, taller than ever. I pushed the contract back across the table. Dreams built on theft, I said, always rot to nightmares. My daughter took my arm. My lawyer closed his case. The judge walked out first. I didn't look back at my son. I didn't need to. It's been months now. The farm still breathes. The land still grows. My son has returned. His wife avoids me in town. Their startup? Sinking. Creditors circling. Investors gone. At dusk, I stand on the porch. The wind moves through the crops like whispers of the dead, carrying the strength of those before me. I feel no triumph, only certainty. Betrayal rots from within. But justice grows roots. And when I walked away from that table, leaving my son drowning in silence, I understood something. I never needed revenge. I only needed to remind them who I was. The land is mine. The legacy untouchable. The old man still stands.